What a wonderful.
Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the channel. I'm Sherry. You love those random pet hairs that as soon as you get on film end up in your mouth or your eye. Gotta love it. Anyway, I won't say happy Halloween even though I got this funky mask on. I will say happy Mask Monday though. Today is a Mask Monday where I'm doing a little collab with Kimmy from Kimmy's Favorite Place. Is that it? No. Kim's Happy Place. I'll get right in a minute and I made her a sign. Good Lord, don't you love old age? Okay. So I'm not gonna lie, this thing started sticking up on me from get-go. So I took some scissors and just kind of, because I don't want to put the Michael Myers mask over it because it kind of defeats the purpose. Even though Michael Myers would work too, but anyway, for this giveaway, or we're going to have a giveaway. And we're also going to tell a story. So, I told a story, which is a true story, that something happened to me regarding me and my daddy, which we know for a fact it had to be, guys. Either it's, well, you can say it's principalities, you know, and stuff like, as a Christian belief, we believe that there are spiritual beings and principalities in the high places. So whether it be aliens or I don't know, a genetic form of an alien come from these fallen, because we believe in fallen angels, a product of them or what. But anyway, we saw where we used to live lights. Anyway, I'll get into the story in a minute, but it'll be a story about that. But I want to show what will be going in the giveaway, and we're just going to do a small giveaway being it's Mask Monday. And this is going to be, I'm filming this a little early just to make sure I have it up. But this will be going up on October 24th. And with my special friend, Kimmy. I love my Kimmy. But here is, we're just going to do 5 masks. It's going to be a 5 mask giveaway. And she can run hers the way she wants. And, of course, I'll run this one the way I want. I guess. She hasn't said no different. But I guess I'll do like a word or something like we usually do. And then I'll pull it probably, I'm trying to think if I need to look at my calendar. If I should, if it goes up on the 24th of October, Halloween's the 31st, right? So I can call it on the 30th. I can call it the day before Halloween, which would probably be best. Or I can call it on the 29th. That's a Saturday. So I hope that's okay with her. So that gives 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days. So, because everybody's going to be busy going and getting stuff for Halloween and stuff like that. And probably a lot of Halloweeners will be going trick-or-treating on that weekend and stuff. But you'll have 48 hours to get with me after it's called anyway. So I'll call it on the 29th and give it 48 hours. So. And we'll pick a word at the end of this. And I'll show you the mask real quick. I'll get on with the story because I don't know how long this is going to stay moist. This drying quick. Nice mask though. It just dries really, really quick. And there is lots of serum and stuff in it. Oh, squirting everywhere. But it's a clown mask. Moisturizing and brightening. It's from my friend Kimmy. I don't know why I talk like that sometimes. It's like I'm a kid. I have no clue. Look. My grin's messed up. Stay put. Okay. So the masks are going to be one of each of these. Now, I get these from Ipsy. I love these masks. They are very good. I really enjoy these. I get these quite a bit. I'll give one away and keep one. So I got 2 or 3 packages of these. So I am definitely going to keep a couple because I do love these so much. But this one is bamboo water hydrating. And this one is pore care with tea tree. So those are good. Then you'll get a gold. Baby, it's gold outside. Getting towards Christmas. And then you'll get also one of these. I love these too. And this is the jar honey. I love these. This happens to be the yellow one. And then you guys are going to get Glam Glow Between the Girls mask. It goes right here for these wrinkles that get in between the girls. I picked me up a box of them. So I'm going to give y'all one of those too. So that's the 5 masks that you'll be getting. I think she said 5. And she happened to say more or whatever. I'll just slide it in. But I'm pretty sure she said 5. So. Okay, I'm going to get on with my story real quick. Because if I don't, this thing ain't going to stay on much longer. We lived in a place, well, it wasn't Turkey, it was Plant City in the Dover area. This is what it's going to come in a little vanilla envelope. Vanilla envelope. With a card for me. But anyway, that's how she'll come. But we live like in a rural, really rural, trailer. And this mobile home happened to be next to a cow pasture. And then in front of us was a very pretty, big, productive strawberry field. Now, there was a house way behind us, and there was a trailer, a smaller trailer, after the cow pasture over to the left of us. To the right of us, there was a house too, but it was all foliaged around with a lot of oaks over their area and ours. So we had a pretty big spread back there, and we were all nestled in. If you didn't know there was a road to get to us, the UPS people and light people and all them never could find us. So, and plus it was gated off. There was a gate that you had to unlock and lock each time you come in and out. But it's a pretty big spread. And the guy owned the cow pasture beside us, and there was a donkey, and I took care of the donkey a lot for him because he was negligent on his animals, the cows and the poor donkey. But anyway, that said, but we were so nestled in, you know, we didn't get a lot of light pollution back there, and because we were in the country, and so you could pretty much see everything going on in the skies. So we would just see these incredible lights that would shift in colors, you know, red, blue, green, back to white, and they'd shift and, you know, do funny patterns, and objects would weave in and out of each other. Then there would be a bigger light source and little light sources coming from that bigger light source. And this was heading over, it was coming from the Tampa direction. So if you look like you're looking towards Tampa, it would be in that direction. It wasn't airplanes. It wasn't anything like that, because the speed was just too fast of these things. Plus, like I said, there would be a bigger craft with all these smaller crafts coming from it. And that's what it looked like. Well, the lights would come from that bigger craft. And we'd go out there and excuse me, we'd watch them. Yeah, me and my daddy would watch them. And he'd say, you know, you want to go out and look at the critters tonight? Because that's what he called them. He called them critters. Even my grandson knows all about it. He's seen them all. You can ask him, you know. And we'd watch them night after, you know, it wouldn't happen every single night, but it would happen enough to where you were going to wonder if they're going to show up tonight, and you'd go out and watch. It was like a freaking show all the time, you know. And so a few times a month, we'd see them. And me and my dad on this particular night, there was two different incidences. The first time, Dad said it was dark, and we turned out the porch light. He goes, let's go out and look at the critters. So we did. We didn't make nothing special of it, or go out and sit in the lawn chairs or nothing. We just went out to the front little porch and sat down on the porch. It was a wooden porch. Sat down and leaned up against the mobile home. And right in front of us was this kind of like a, I don't know what kind of tree it was. It wasn't like an oak. I don't really know what kind of tree it was. It might have been an oak. If it was, it wasn't that old of an oak. But it went up, the branches went up, and it was spread out. Beautiful tree. And so you would have to go around this tree, and then you could drive between the tree and the trailer, you know, but you'd make a circle around this tree. And so we just sat there, and we were looking up. We were still able to see the sky, even though that tree was there. And we were just watching, because I believe the tree, we sat towards more of the rear, or the hitch of the mobile home. That's where my mom and dad's bedroom was. We sat more towards this way, and I think the tree was more towards this way. But we sat there, and we were just looking up in the sky, watching. And we do this night after, well, not night after night, but like I said, a few times a month. But we would go out there pretty much night after night to see if they'd show. And this particular night, we were sitting back there, and I had something to drink. My dad did, and we were just chilling. And my dad was looking off towards the left, towards the cow pasture, where the donkey and everything. I don't know if he heard something that way, or the cows did something, or what, or got spooked, or what, but he looked in that direction. And I was looking like straight ahead, but kind of looking you know, kind of straight ahead, but kind of towards the tree too. And just looking up and just, you know, thinking, and we were talking. And all of a sudden, man, these white specks just started drizzling through that tree. It almost reminded me of like a fluorescent type of light. And it almost looked like large raindrops. But they were luminous. And they were fluttering all through these tree limbs. And I'm like going, man, I said, Dad, look. And by the time he looked at that tree, they were gone. I mean, within seconds. Dad, look at the tree. They were gone when he turned his head. And I was like, are you... You know, and he said, what? And I told him what happened. And he said, how did he say? He said, you must be letting all this get to you. He said, you must be making things up in your head. You know, you must think you saw something and didn't. This must be getting to you. I said, Dad. Because, you know, I was, what? I was in my late 40s, or middle 40s. Let's see, how old was I? 43, 45, 46. I said, Dad. I said, I'm not going to sit here and make something up. I'm not a child. And I said, I'm certainly not going to lie to you. He goes, well, he says, I just don't know. He said, that's a little bit hard for me to believe. I said, but you'll believe them, right? You'll believe all that. But you're not believing what I'm telling you. And I said, you know what? I said, fine. I said, I'm not going to argue about it. If you don't want to believe me, don't believe me. That's fine. So we left it at that. We agreed to disagree. We left it at that. You know, here I'm thinking I'm going freaking nuts. You know, my dad won't believe me. And so some time passed, you know, and nothing major happened. I mean, we continued to see them once in a while and stuff like that. It was no big deal. But one night, you know, my aunt was done in bed, laying down, and it was my dad and my mom were out there sitting in the lawn chairs, and the lawn chairs, again, were after the porch, closer to the mobile home. We had a table and some cast iron lawn chairs and tables, so they were sitting out there. And I guess I got the dogs done and everything, and Dad's like, why don't you come out and sit with us? It's getting dark. And I knew what that meant. You know, it's getting dark, time to look. I said, okay. I said, let me go grab something to drink. Let me grab my cigarettes and grab Rock. Rocky was my dog. And I said, I'll be back out. He said, okay. So they went and they were sitting, drinking, having their tea or whatever it was. And I went in and got my drink and my cigarettes and my phone. Remember that, I got my phone. And grabbed my dog and started to come on out. And he's like, well, shut that light out. Well, I came out and he said, shut the light out. And then I slowly went to turn back. I didn't make it yet. But I have all this stuff in my hand, right? And then when he's looking at me to say, hey, turn the light out, I look at him and his mouth drops. And I'm like, what? He goes, Sherry, look up. And I looked up dead ahead of me, and there was those luminous things just drizzling down like it was like raindrops. I didn't feel nothing. And this was low. This wasn't high. This was low. So everybody's thinking, well, it must have been firecrackers or something. Number one, it wasn't that time of year. Number two, there was no way they could have done that close to my head. You got to remember, I'm standing up on this wooden porch kind of, but these things are like right above my head. They're not high. And when I looked up, I seen them just for a second, and they were coming down. Then I looked at my dad. His mouth was still his mouth was still open. And I looked at him. I said, "Well," I said, "You believe me now?" He said, "Honey, I don't have a choice but to believe you." He said, "I seen it, so I have to believe you." And my mom can testify to it. But one other incident after that happened, I went out, was going to go out the back door, which was the door closest to my room, to let Rocky out, my dog. And I went to open the door, and I saw this stream of just fiery, I don't know what we call it, fiery thing shooting away right above the tree line. And the beginning of it was like a fluorescent blue, and then it came into like a I guess a soft white light, and then the end of it was more of a reddish fire type tail. It almost reminded me of a comet, but it was way too low to be a comet. But I opened the door, I was going to let my dog out, and I seen that, and I put my leg in front of my door so my dog couldn't get out. I went, no, we're not going out that way. So I had my dad go out with me in the front yard and let my dog out. I said, "No, I ain't going out that way. Nope. But it seemed like things just centered around me there. It was weird. And I told my dad, I said, "Dad," I said, "we need to kind of stop entertaining these things. I just had a bad feeling, because it couldn't have been from the Lord, because I would have felt a good feeling. Even though I might have been a little fearful, I would have felt a peace and a good feeling. With these things, I didn't feel a good feeling. But after I said that to my dad, we didn't see anything else. Shortly after that, we moved. We moved here to Crystal River, and I ain't seen a thing since. And it's darker here than it is anywhere I've lived, because this is such a small town, and we're like on the rivers. In a big town so far from us, there's no light pollution here whatsoever. And it is, dark. You can't see your hand in front of your face, because nobody has any outside lights around here. They'll have their dragon and stuff on, or their outside light might be on, but that's it. But, unless they did, I think, turn on their electric company light, but it's a motion light. So if there's a motion light, it comes on. If not, it doesn't. But it's really dark around here. You can't see too much because of all the trees. You don't get to see much sky. But what sky I do look at night, I don't see anything. I haven't seen it been messed with anything, or there's nothing. So I don't know, if you guys want to believe me. I'll have to tell you like I did my dad. If you don't, that's okay. We'll agree to disagree. I know it happened. I wish my dad was still here. I'd get him to tell the story. My mom remembers it when I bring it up to her, but she doesn't recall it. She's got dementia, so she doesn't recall it as good. But if you ask her, she'll go, "Oh yeah, like that, oh yeah." But anyway, that's my story. Max is wanting to go potty. So, but I can't wait to hear Kimmy's story. Y'all have to make sure that you go and subscribe to Kimmy. And you also have to be subscribed to my other channel, Makeup Paws&Me, to win from me. Anyway. So, y'all be... Oh! And I think the name is going to be Clown. So, put in a sentence clown if you want to enter this giveaway. And then I will call the winner on Saturday after the 24th. What did I say that was? And you will, like I said, have 48 hours to get with me. So I'll call it on the 29th. Guess that's what that is. Yeah, 29th. I'll call it on the 29th, and then you'll have 48 hours. But that's it, guys. Happy Mask Monday, ladies. I hope you enjoyed the story. I know some of you already heard it, but I wanted to tell it again. And good luck. All right. I love you, Kimmy, very much. Be sure to go check out her story, and you have to be subscribed to her, too. All right, guys. Bye. I love you bunches.